Mhm. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Sure. Fine. Hello. Okay, we're in business. Fine. Fine. We're in business. Oh, Jesus. Okay, and here we go. So I think this might be a little easier. Forgive the latency, or rather the delay. So if you have something you'd like to share, by all means, I will address it. It just might take me a minute. But once I see it, I will address it and just wait in kind. See, Sui is looking like an absolute fucking beast, so I can dig that. Get you guys a bigger screen too, so this way you can see. Give it a sec, let everybody jump in that needs to jump in, and go from there. Gonna look at Bitcoin in a minute. Big mistake. And this will be our floor, I think. right there, right about there. Damn, I wish I could play music at the same time too, but I can't. Let me try. Yo, what's happening, man? All right, I think we'll just wait for Bojangles, and we'll get jamming. And it took me forever to get that thumbnail to like save correctly because it kept wanting to go into a zip file. I'm like, no, I need a JPEG, and it didn't want to save. You know what? Maybe I'll get some backtests done while I'm at it. Let's do the replay, bar replay trading. Show you this little screen right here. This is just all historical. So as I've learned, this is how it kind of went down. It was happening, mine. God damn, this fucking computer's a fucking piece of shit. I had this thing for a month, and it's absolute dog shit. Yeah, I figured as much. Right now, I only have this open to AXION VIPs. I am not interested in showing the general public. Figure, let's get something out of all this. God fucking damn this. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so we're gonna skip the fucking bar replay. All right, so basically what I'm looking at, guys, I'm looking at Bitcoin as always. But you guys have probably looked at like electronic shit and been like, what the fuck? What the hell is he talking about? I will try to help break that down for you guys. If I can just get it here. So, are you familiar with USTD dominance? USDT dominance? I don't use Tether really, other than for the fucking shit. But I'll give you guys the short version. You see, I actually have a pre-made, pre-mapped out thing. I'll use bar replay stuff. Fuck off. So this is a USDT dominance right here. Get this where you can kind of see it, map it out. And I kind of use this right now to kind of do my thing. And this chart right here is honestly, I look at this more than I look at Bitcoin. Reason why, if you actually flip this, it turns into Bitcoin's actual graph. So red on this chart is good for Bitcoin. Um, so Bitcoin will do the opposite. So as you can see, like right here, here's where we had our double bottom, right? So when we had all that flash crash, so green means basically people are selling and there's more tether in the market. Red means people are buying, so that tether that's currently in the market is now going away. So when you have stuff like that happen, it typically means okay, perfect. Red is good in this on this chart. And you kind of see I did like a really good like long-term trend line here. So when I do my overall scheme of things, trend lines, I go way, way back. God damn it. Got to do the weekly. But basically, it goes back all the way until December or January when we hit our all-time high, maybe February. So that's where I begin my trend lines when I'm looking at larger picture stuff because everything will move in there. Um, you might hear a lot of people saying that they're not bullish until, right? So if I go back to my Bitcoin graph here, and bear in mind, remember everything we just looked at there? Come on, load up my lines, baby. Oh no, I deleted. No, wait. Okay, so this trend line is actually from when we had our first bull run. That's where that starts. So that starts back in 2017. Um, But like I was saying, you might hear people saying, I'm not bullish until, and this is why. So let's go ahead and grab my trend lines. So here's where we had our high back in January, and then bam, right? Like right now, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. Reason why, if you let this actually play out a little more, because we actually had our breakout. So when we started coming down in January, everything just kind of took a big old fat shit, right? We broke out just the other day, like truly broke out and got out of there. Usually on weekends, when you see something like this, it'll look more like that. Like it'll just be a false breakout and just kind of poke out, but not actually sustain. This one right here, we broke out, we sustained. Everything is looking very bullish for Bitcoin. So for me, even though we broke out, I wasn't 100% sold. I was not sold until we broke 88, right? And then 94 will give me my confirmation to be bullish. Um, but right now, as you can see, we also have a big order block. So essentially, what an order block is, or you might hear described as a supply and demand zone. If you actually go further, you see all that sideways chop. That sideways chop is people buying and selling, buying and selling. If you're over it, that becomes your stronger resistance point. If you're above it, or if you're below it, yeah, it becomes strong resistance. If you're above it, it becomes very strong support. Reason why this is important is because obviously we're going to go up, but we're also going to come back down. But on our way back down, I anticipate us to bounce around this 97, 98 area. If you guys remember when we lost our all-time high, computer. Oh my God. All right, here we are. Here we are. All-time high. We bounced around 104, 105,000. Finally broke, came back up, reclaimed it immediately, and just to only eat shit. And then we have this, and it took us forever to break below this point. So the way that Bitcoin works is when we have to go back up, it's going to take forever to break that. So I wouldn't anticipate any big moves in the next couple of weeks. If anything, I anticipate to play this range right here. This is our daily range on the daily time frame. So do this, so you'll kind of see it. You son of a bitch, that's not what I want to do. Give me a sec here. I never use my computer. I'm always on my phone. But anyways, this is your daily range. So as you know, price movement just kind of played around in there. Probably later today. Oh, I haven't even explained the others yet. I just kind of went through from USDT to Bitcoin. But usually on your first day of the opening of the market, you're gonna have you always see like a surge of liquidity. So you see where it goes all the way up and where it comes all the way back down, and then kind of finds its happy place in the middle. That's going to give you your range. Um, I really want to be able to get us a better interval. Say 240 times 8 is a lot. I haven't had to change it on PC in a long time. But anyways, I digress. Let's get back to it. So right now, again, I would not begin to become excited again until after we pass this $94,773. Um, Once we get that and we can flip that into support, you're going to see us bounce on it a little bit, but I don't think we're going to bounce very long because if we go back again to the order block, again, it took us a while, but we got it. It's going to be a sharp push. It's not going to be something that is going to take days once we get there. We're going to go basically from 94 to 99, 98,000 in a pretty big hurry. Um, you want to see what all about? You said? All right, so others.d, this is your basically your total market cap for altcoins. Um, it's everything except for the top 10. So there's no Ethereum, there's no Solana, there's no XRP in this market cap. The reason why is because if the bottom, like anything from like 11 on, is gonna be strong, the others will be the ones up top will be the strongest. So your if you'll notice your Ethereum, your Solana, your Sui, all those things will pump like fucking crazy if everything below it pumps. If that makes sense. This one's kind of a mess. I was kind of dicking around with some ideas the other week when I was redoing my strategy. But again, we also have a very clear breakout of the downtrend that is very important, and then we have our support zone. So when Electron's saying, okay, others ultra at support, this is the line he's talking about. So in theory, this little line is going to come down here. You see, and it's okay if it wicks right past it. That's not a sign of weakness by any means. It basically means okay, there was just a lot of selling pressure. But as you notice, it comes back up, gets above that line, it respects that line for whatever reason, and this has just become our new major support. Um, when we come back up, I would anticipate this to be a very good hot zone. Reason why is you have a small green candle after a very very massive green candle, followed by a pretty good sized red candle. When we come back down, you're just going to notice it's going to bounce on that, and it's just going to slow things down, and that's going to be like your Q2. Hey, it's time to exit the trade. Um, let me just let me notice something. Oh yeah, freaking Link is looking awesome. So again, when these guys are talking about like what's going to be strong, what they're going to be looking for, things like that, that are typically going to be referencing the alt chart as well as the tether dominance. So we have Bitcoin as well, the dominance chart, which is another thing I keep a very, very good eye on. People often seem to forget that. So um, on the other chart, yeah, red means red is bad. Red is very, very bad. However, on USDT dominance, red is very, very good. So, all right, let's take a look at one other thing that I always kind of like to monitor. As you can see, this is what I kind of keep my eye on. I don't really mess with Fartcoin a whole lot. It's just a lot of people had a lot of questions, and I wanted to see what the fuss was about. But those three dominance charts are the ones that I primarily will focus on because this will dictate your entire market in only three graphs. If you want to break it down to like an RWA, so Ondo, as you guys know, I've been kind of fucking stalking it like a groupie after I've been on the tour bus. So when Delta was calling this, Delta, fantastic fucking analyst, dude. No issues with Delta. I take most of his trades if I can. Um, but I knew when he called his entry, I knew he was going to be a little high, only because again I've been stalking this. I should have listened to myself in all honesty and tried to enter somewhere around here because I was thinking more resting on top of these pillars, resting on top of these pillars, and just kind of using that for my entry. These skinny wicks, they're super strong and they're hard to break through. But the problem is though, once you do actually break through, it's kind of like, holy crap, I need something solid to hold on to. And looking here, you will see this motherfucker is pumping hard. And like I said, it already had that real big, quick rush of liquidity, like right when I first entered the trade. It's coming back down, it's relaxing. What I want to focus on now is the fact that it basically closes over this bar. Honestly, I think the bar was actually like this. Hey, not bad though for using my finger on a phone. I mean, so obviously, without saying, this is a very important spot, but I want to see it close over that, 'cause at least when it comes to fight up against these bars on its way back up, it has something it can try to bounce off with. As silly as that sounds. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Solana. I fucking hate Solana. Oh, look at that. I hate it so bad. I'd rather look at Sui again. Solana. So here's what I'm thinking for Solana. Basically, if this pans out, this head and shoulders pattern, that's basically donezo for fucking memes. And I never have to worry about them again. I just needed to rise and create the final shoulder. I want to see the candle close around here. I want to see small wicks get up around here. And I just want to see it fucking plummet. I can't wait for it to die. Um, but as you can see, it lost its trend. But the problem is, though, it lost its trend during the weekend. So this may become invalidated, like loss of trend. And it's very, very common. Once it does lose trend on the weekend, it will reclaim it. Whether you're looking for longs or shorts, this is the time. Like I've been telling you guys in the chat, right now is not the time to look for shorts. Right now is the time to prep for longs. Reason why is because shorts are gonna get you small gains in comparison to a very long swing trade. So I just need Solana to die. Everybody knows I am an ETH boy, but he's not very healthy. However, it looks like it reclaimed half its liberation. It liberated itself from Liberation Day. So this is also something else I am looking at. You guys may have noticed DiFi was saying he was going to be looking to short this. He is absolutely right, as much as it hurts me to say it. Right here, Tulsa, you have your ascending triangle. This is not good for Ethereum. So basically what I'm going to look for is going to come up, do a little bit of this number, a little bit of that, some razzmatazz. And at some point during here, usually, you start seeing violent price action. The only thing that Ethereum does have going for it is nothing at the moment. They're already above their support zone. You see they lost it on the last 4-hour candle, regained it this 4-hour candle. So things are not looking good for Ethereum. Good. The only good thing I do have to say about Ethereum, and I don't think it has yet. Oh yes, yes. It's broken out of its downtrend, like right about here. When I was telling everybody, hey, look, fucking divergence. Go long, go long. Some people listen to me. Yeah. But yeah, no, I kind of caught that totally by accident. I had accidentally double tapped my phone. It pulled it all up and got fucked. I was like, yes, yes, you definitely wanna go, you wanna open positions with the trend. Um, I think Electron just said it not that long ago, but trend is in fact your friend, because if you trade with the market and it's been 3, 4, 5 days, 2, 3 weeks of just constant lower highs, that tells you, okay, it's time to prep for shorts. If you're getting higher highs and higher lows, then you're going to want to build up for longs. The only thing that really makes me nervous about Ethereum is it. So when you're looking to do these things, you would expect this, some uptrend, and a healthy downtrend is about right here, right? You want to just basically close higher than this. So as long as you close anywhere, I mean, it could be here, right? But you want to see it close here and then build back up and create a new high. Once it creates a new high, perfect. Your bullish movement is validated. Let's see. Here's my other chick that I'm stalking. Fucking Link. Uh, don't know why. Just Link popped into my mind one day after I was getting tired of Ondo, and I was like, okay, perfect. And then I created my ranges, found that ascending channel. Bring this back here. There we go. We got our three touches. Starting here. Bam, 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 bam. So there's 4 touches. That means it's extra validation. So with it, with Ondo, again, it lost its trend, but it lost it after market hours. So really, it's really not going to make it, or it's not really valid in my opinion, especially since you have a very good show of strength here. So it tapped that order block as I said it would. Kind of came down a little bit, came back up. You guys may have seen this long position I had for Ondo inside the chart deal. Oh, shit, the video is showing us what you're talking about. Oh shit, I didn't even see it. Hold on, give me a second. I'll get you the link right now. Whoops. What's his name? again? Monkey, monkey, baby. So, Chainlink, like I said, I anticipate Chainlink to come back up and really just show strength. Get up into here, like I said, tap that order block. It's beautiful. I don't know why I kept calling it Ondo. Fucking ass. That's kind of I expect this to reclaim its strength. So there's nothing, no way to slice and dice Link. Link is very bullish at the moment. I love Ave, but Link's got it going on, like in so many ways right now. Let's fucking kill that fucking thing. But this is your classic bull flag. Went up, and now it's making its correction. So what I anticipate from Link over the coming days, maybe weeks, is some chop, around the order block, and then we're gonna create another flagpole. And we're gonna be right around the $16 range, I think. I think that is a very, very safe bet. Let's see. Fartcoin, everybody's favorite. They had double top. Let me see, load it up. Through this whole downtrend, I really think Fartcoin has been the most bullish coin on the market. And that's saying something. So again, Fartcoin was going down when the markets were open, reclaimed support once the markets closed. So this tells me this is a very popular coin amongst regular retail. People really seem to like this. Oh, dude, fucking yeah, hell yeah, Link got good entry. Look at chart ideas and updating it. Link's been a fucking beast. So short time frame, Fartcoin is on an uptrend here, but again, this will probably become invalid with Monday open. Bam, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, so super confirmation. So let's get rid of this downtrend. I might keep that. I think I will. I think I'll keep that. So if you're looking to become very bullish on Fartcoin, I would recommend letting it break out of this, break out of this, the current uptrend. So once you start opening and closing candles above here and get it going, it'll be good. What's happening, man? Um, you'll be good. Like this thing will go to I think you probably realistically 65 by I don't know, middle of summer. So late June, mid July, somewhere around there. And let me see. H bar, here's another popular coin amongst people. I am not an H bar guy personally. Um, Learned one of my hardest lessons early on with H bar. But look at that fucking shit show right there, man. Just coming down, and then bam. Yeah, H bar is not looking healthy at all. H bar is not looking healthy at all. But again, though, for 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, yeah, market closed almost 24 hours ago. Here in the next, by the end of this candle, so again, this will probably become invalidated. It'll probably reclaim. So if you actually look at it, this could potentially be the correction, and then we're going to expect another impulse. So when the market opens, it's like 4:30 for me today on Sunday, which is like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Tokyo time, 9:30 a.m. 2 hours later, Shanghai will open. So it wouldn't be crazy to see just a quick drop just to only reclaim all this stuff. So Ace bar, I would probably look, right now is not a good time. I think really the time was earlier when everything was turning red. The open was right here. This would have been the spot to go long. Maybe the next candle, depending on what this candle does, I may say, hey, let's go long. And what I'm going to be hoping for is some movement up this way. We're not really hoping is what I'm expecting, but if we get the higher high, could we have our initial impulse wave, then we have our corrective wave, impulse wave, corrective wave. The third wave is usually the strongest if we're going to be using what the hell is it called? Elliott waves theory. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But if we're going to be using Elliott wave theory, the third wave is typically your strongest push. So we might see somewhere right up here around the 22,160 to 21,9, somewhere around there. That would be kind of where I would look for things to head. And I'll be keeping my eye. What I'll probably do is, and this is probably the smartest move, is I'll wait for confirmation of strength once the market opens. I want to see a candle close up here, and then I'll open. As long as we can open a long before we get to this 2249 area, I think we're gonna be able to make some decent money. Like I said, I'm a 20x kind of guy with leverage. If you're newer, I recommend using lower leverage. I would say if you feel ballsy and new, 8 to 10. If you want to be conservative and just kind of figure out leverage 3 to 5, there's still money to be made there. So H bar is not looking bad at all. Um, I have used Fib, but it's not for me. Like I have it right here just because I like to correspond things. So your golden pocket zone is right here, kind of where I have that support line drawn. And only problem is though, golden pocket was the last wave. As long, like I said, I'd like to be able to open along right here around the 18,370 and go up, but Fibonacci will become invalidated if the third wave is in fact going to be the strongest wave. Another thing you could probably use is EMA. Oh fuck, I have my fourth one white. It works good on the black screen, but right now we're sitting right under the EMA. I think this is the 100. Oh wait, EMA. Shit, I don't remember which one that is, but the fact that we have if we get a candle closure under here, that's going to be very tough to break. Like I said, I don't like using indicators. I tried and it wasn't for me. Just made a lot of noise, if I'm being honest. I could also understand this makes a lot of noise for people. Man, look at that fucking, I called that fucking one beautifully. Jesus Christ, that was awesome. Should have went with it. And then, let's take a look at some of the analyst ones. What do you guys say? Maybe we'll try to see what the fuck they're talking about. So let's look at Phil. So here's the Blowy one. This is the one that Bojangles is getting all hot and bothered by. It's- Yes, indeed. All right, Phil, here we go. Let's just clean this up. Let's get a brand new fucking chart going. Just fresh. Anytime you want to reserve, because those lines are meant for the previous call. So Phil, okay, I see what Belovi's picking up what Belovi's putting down. So what Belovi's looking at more than likely is going to be something like this. He's taking his helios, and you can see everything bouncing off perfect, which is great. So he does see an ascending channel, just on a much higher time scale than we do. Holy crap, that is some big brain shit. All right, so Phil, start with the green candle. Nope, got nothing there. Invalid. Probably just be smart and go here. Nope. Getting some big brain shit here from Belovi. I'm not a big fan of Phil, but a bet's a bet with my boy Belovi. And I have to give him his opportunity to win said bet, so I take his trades. Almost there. Okay, okay, I see what I need to. My point of reference needs to be. There we go, baby. 1, 2. I fucking get the point. So here's that ascending channel that I was trying to explain to Tulsa. I hope I'm saying that right, or is it Tulsa? All right, so what Belovi's looking at is we've seen our bottoms so far. It's at 266.8, and basically he's anticipating the range to play. I could be wrong what he's actually seeing, but this is the way that I am interpreting it. As you can see, we have big dump, big impulse, a little bit of chop, comes up, big dump. We're going to expect to see another big impulse, is what Belovi's expecting. So definitely, actually, a very, very smart play. It's going to be drawn out for a little bit, but I would say nothing to worry because the worst of this trend right here was back here as far as going long. And basically, what happened was when Belovi called this last one, he called it here because he was waiting for that green candle to close to get confirmation. It just didn't leave him enough room to maximize his trade. So not it wasn't a bad trade by any means. If you just simply closed that take profit one, you would have made a decent amount of money. Um, I just think he opened it a little late, but when he opened this trade, it was perfect. He's at the bottom of that impulse or that corrective wave. Being at the bottom of the corrective wave, phenomenal. Okay, Frank sent me something. Oh, chingada way. So there's kind of some things to be on the lookout for. I don't know if you guys want me to like take a look at some coins that you guys have had your eye on at all. So if you got something, let me know. And like I said, I always like looking at new coins because it's a fresh perspective. God damn, Link is just fucking murdering at 32. I am very pleased with Link's performance. Can you zoom out more? I want to see if it's 325 from the rank. Yeah, I can do that. Open up the fibs. So it's 320. It is not in fib range. But again, though, that kind of correlates with the way an Elliott wave works. The third wave is supposed to be the strongest wave. We have wave one, wave two, wave three. And let's take a look. Scrunch it down. It does in fact align with the previous resistance level. So again, very, very big brain play. It's just one of those ones you just got to be very, very patient with. Yeah, dude, and that's the thing, Bojangles. A lot of people see VIP as like a cash grab, but realistically, it's probably been the best tool I've ever had. I've got to essentially meet with the minds and learn this shit. Without VIP, right now, I would not have learned any of this. Let me see what else you might see. Let's take a look at EMAs. I know those are popular. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, look at that. Right now, he's got to battle through all these fucking EMAs. Let me change my EMA 200 from white. Wasn't a great idea. Let's make it let's go fucking purple. There we go. So EMA 200, you got your lower EMA above it, which is potentially bullish once everything wants to go through and swoop up, and you're gonna see it take everything. UBO patience. Yes, absolutely. And patience is the one thing you have to learn with this because the minute you see red and you start panicking because you're down a dollar or two, you're gonna close your trade. And how many times have we heard that story where, oh my God, I closed here because I started freaking out just to only watch it go to the moon? That is like one of the oldest stories in the book, and you literally just have to be patient. Once you can become patient, things start looking up. Let's see here. You see here. Let's analyze another one of the analysis calls just for fun. Let's see. Let's pick one from Electron. Let's see. I want to. Oh, every one of his is hit already. I was hoping to maybe take a look there. I don't use the email as I fully understand it. Yeah, freaking EMAs just don't work for me. I wish they did, but they don't. But for Phil, we're gonna see some movement like this. Maybe not so crazy there. You know what? When the market opens, we might see a little bit of this. First, though, come back up. Son of a bitch. See a little bit of that. See this number right here, and then finally, money shot, baby. And that's just gonna be for the very, very near future. That's just what's gonna happen. Um, like I said, that's what I'm expecting anyways. Not saying that it is going to, but it's what I would expect. Let's see. Da, 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 da. What's a popular coin, people? You know what? Let's fucking let's shit. Let's do a little bit of shit right here. You know, fucking we'll just use like that's a small contract. I'm just by a show of hands, how many people fucking called this? Like, god damn, dude, this thing. The minute everybody started talking about it, I wish I had the autonomy to short it. I do not because United States hates crypto. Just fucking man. Let's see what kind of percentage we're looking at there. Measure? Come on. Oh, I hate this. Anyways, but yeah, no, that's gotta be at least. Let me see. Yeah, that's a 100% decline right there all day long. Lost everything. As far as like what in terms of long term, it just really depends on what kind of what kind of time frames you're working with, really. Like I said, I use 4 hour because, give me a sec here. I use 4 hour because it helps me enough in my swing trades. Let me see. Let me get to a more serious coin too, so I can properly answer that long term. And I can take a look at Zero Brothers. So change my interval. So either 60. How many hours? 24, 60 times 24. See, 1440. So here's a daily. So daily, what it's telling me is things are good for the foreseeable future, in all honesty. See, SUI, all-time highs right here, $5.31. Taking a look at it from a very, very long-term perspective. Oh, so, bam, broke out. So foreseeable future, SUI is going to do well. We're going to expect to see the corrective wave probably down to this order block. It's going to reject and come back up, giving us our second stage of SUI. So, like I was telling you, Bojangles, it does nothing crazy. Um, watch out, Gordo. My foot. Sorry, sorry. Professionalism. So, I basically come back down. This is where we're going to get our order block right here at the $3.04. So, when you saw that thing talking about 275, it may, but it's going to be like a really quick, thin wick. That much I am certain. That much I am certain. It is not going to full on correct like it already has. Like I said, right now, oh, look at that. Since we started the stream, look at that. Already reclaimed its uptrend. Remember when we looked at it last, it was here. Now it's just pumping like crazy. Dude, Sui's the one coin I have never lost money on. I have never lost money on Sui. It has been the gift that keeps on giving. And anytime I need a pick me up, I just look at Sui and it puts a smile on my face. Can't explain it. It is probably the most underrated token. Prunk's been saying it. I've been saying it. Sui is Bay for a reason. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't take out the support. So yeah, looking at that, I don't even think we make it to the order block. No, we make it to the order block. We have to make it to the order block. So this way we can create our higher high, higher low. Let's see. Been dreading looking at this one. I don't know if this is more of an emotional attachment to the coin, which is a big no-no, but Aave breaks my heart. It is my favorite token. It has the most upside risk to reward, in my opinion, but it also has some of the biggest downsides in crypto. Dude, I'd give fucking Sui a BJ. Come on, man. Why wouldn't you? You're gonna make me money and let me suck you off? Fuck yeah, let's do it. But as you can see, it's kind of following the path of Ethereum, and we're getting a ascending triangle, maybe. I don't know. That's a full-on bull flag, baby. Maybe that's a fucking bull flag. Yeah, no, definitely be bullish. $170, considering getting the last week, 138. That is phenomenal. I might start doing some charting. I need to see where this range takes us so I can figure out a daily. And basically, what I'm going to do is, maybe it closes with 173, 175. It's just hard to tell with Sui or with Aave because it's got its bull flag. Technically, if it comes back down, that's going to be wave one for an Elliott wave and come back up. So think of Link as a financial security system. That's kind of like the easiest way to think about it. So, Bitcoin has a blockchain. It's basically the same thing. It's just its whole purpose is security. Link is probably one of the most secure cryptos on in the market. All right, now let's get your fucking Zero Brothers. What is the ticker? ZERE? It's Zero Brothers. Let me see. There we go. I'll use a Bybit. You weren't kidding when you said this thing fucking goes nuts. You know what? Right now may not be a bad time to plan along once it. Let's see. For Zeri, do that little deal right there. I mean, shoot, if this thing can bounce off this, we might see a full-on fucking cup and handle here. Get this little deal going. God damn brush. See some of this action right here. Come back up, form the handle, and then boom. Yeah, if this coin has the sauce, I want to see what this candle does actually. So if we get a little closer to it, oh, you. Oh my God, I hate using PC. At the very least, I hate using this PC. Does anybody have a call open on it? Because that is a pretty big cup and handle potentially forming, and that's fucking textbook. All right. Anyways, back to it. I want to see where this candle touches and where it pushes off against. If we can see another skinny wick like this, like come closer, touch it, and then just bounce back up and just kind of get back into this zone right here, that's gonna be good confirmation. And then, yeah, I would definitely entertain doing a long on that. That would not be a bad idea at all. From 4 cents and potentially taking this back up to, shoot, let's see, 9.75 cents. See, I'll map you out some like areas to keep an eye on. These would be kind of like your key resistance areas that you're gonna want to focus on. Only reason why I picked that first one to start is because we've already seen the rejection, and so that's going to be your final boss right there. And let's see one other area. But the thing is, though, Bojangles, it's not moving like crazy at all. It's moving actually pretty standard. So if I were to long Zara Brothers, and again, it's not financial advice, it's just me kind of thinking out loud. I would long somewhere around here. Let me see if I can do this. Position icon. I hate the fact that like nothing is the same. Let me fix that. God damn. I was talking about having straight lines and their importance. Let me see. Every trace bent. Text brush. I'll just use fucking text. Yeah, I know it's kind of like in the middle of the line, so I'm gonna fix that. I would literally set my take profit points here. 6912. Set it there. 952. 7945. And then the granddaddy. 0, 0, 1, 5. I would set that there. Again, though, it's really all going to be contingent on what this 4 hour candle does or the next 4 hour candle does, and it'll kind of go from there. But yeah, I mean, I might begin to keep my eye on this. There's a lot of upside potential here. Maybe I'll see if Delta wouldn't mind taking a look. Him or Wizard. Like I said, those guys have some like super big boy play IQs there, man. You just got to be patient with theirs, and you can kind of see, like, take Delta for example. He just posted something with a 300% return with a fairly low leverage point. That was impressive. It's not easy to do 300%, especially when you have a lot of chop and with just news going fucking nuts. So nothing too crazy, but to do 350, almost 400%, that's phenomenal. Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta come defend Sui. You guys know me. If I ever become rich, I will tell nobody, but there will certainly be signs. The signs are posted in VIP chat. That is indeed the move. All right, here we go. Anyway, so Zari Brothers, like I said, this could be a very, very big opportunity, big buying opportunity. I mean, shoot, it's really only, we're at 4 cents. We have an opportunity to go up a nickel minimum. And then, like I said, I would maybe leave a runner right around the 11,500. Might leave a very short, small position size open here. Just so I could say, hey, if I was right, that is like my reward for being correct. I mean, a potential 7 cent move, that's huge. Dude, it's okay. You just make sure you trim profits, Bojangles. That's something people never do. They let the greed get the best of them. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it kind of lines up with the previous area, but as you can see, shit got fucked. It's still a very, very new coin, so potentially this could all be irrelevant. I guess then this is just using a rough idea. It's kind of hard to say. Usually I like to wait till we get to about the halfway point of the bottom of the cup. So yeah, if I'm looking for a long, I'm looking at here. Let me see. Use my long tool. No, not the fib. No, 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 no. Wrong button. Look, even that play. Like I said, I would just maybe set my stop loss a little tight, just in the offhand chance I am wrong. If I'm wrong small. If I am right big time. So right about that. Let me see. So we to settings. Let me get dark mode on. I fucking hate this. Oh, goddamn. Anyways, I digress. And then, I mean, if I'm really, really right, that could potentially be the play. Maybe I make stop losses a little bit more. I wish I had more information to make a better educated guess for a stop loss. There's just not a whole lot of data. Take a lot. The fib I'm dropping for this chart on Discord. Yeah, man. Give me a sec. Did you put it on chart ideas? Oh shit, dude, you got way too many going on. Hold on. Too much noise. Hey, hey, we're in that golden pocket, baby. Just about. So golden pocket between point 0.5 and 618. I can't go dark mode. You know I can't. You know I can't go dark mode. But if I can go dark mode, I would love to go dark mode. Get rid of the fib. It's already hurting my eyes. Let me see. There has to be a way to fucking take this off. Profit and losses brackets. Blah 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 blah. Alert status lines canvas maybe. It does take away from the trade when you take profit, but the thing is though, would you rather profit at certain points and let's say you reset your stop loss to break even? Would you rather break even with some profit on the back end, or would you rather just write it back down to zero? That's going to be your biggest thing you have to overcome. Let me see here. Status line symbol. Goddamn. Let me see. And now you guys know my real name. Oh my god. Oh god, I went dark. I did it. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Oh my god, it's my friend. But yeah, you look at that. It's not a terrible idea. I'm sure whoever's making this call has seen this, and they are light years ahead of me. Well, let me see. Well, he has more points of reference. My auto fib is only like 5. Let's see. I'll try it again. Let me compare it to his. Let me take another look here. That might be level 786. Equals 618. Yeah, he's using different points of reference than I am. 618. Oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Well, it's because he drew his fib lines, I think. He drew his own, so instead of using just the auto fib for the retracement, he used this little ditty. God damn it, I'm trying to look like a fucking meme. Let me just. Okay, fucking. Oh, dude, don't hate trimming it. Fucking trim 20% and let it run. Trim 20% and let it run. Yeah, he would have done something like this. for his fib line. So he would have set his own anchor point, if that makes sense. Yeah, his starts right at the actual pump. Yeah, no, I had auto fib just as a point of reference. I never, oh my God, gone full retard. Why am I spending so much time looking at Zare, bro? Yeah, here we go. So this would be my play right here. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about like drawing my own fibs, especially, like I said, I don't use indicators, so I'm not really familiar with them. Is it's all up for interpretation. So if I can use something with a little bit more unbiased, I will, given the chance. Not saying that you're wrong, just for me, it's a lot of that stuff's very, very noisy. Um, and like I said, just kind of like learning trend and just like understanding chart patterns has done wonders. Let me see what other what coins hot? See crypto, baby. Looking for that new hotness that has a chart that's not Bitcoin. Take a look at data and watch it rest in peace. Oh, well, would you look at that? Hmm. Nothing to insinuate a bearish pattern at all. Fuck, I'm trying and I can't make it bearish. Yeah, no, it is looking strong right now. I am not an ADA guy, so I will be paying very little attention to it. Let's see. Is there any other coins that you guys are? Adam, I tried to. I got lucky once with it. I got lucky with Adam one time, and it was like back when it was up like in the 70 cent area, $1 it was ranging. Let's see. I'm gonna do Adam. Let's do this properly. How many minutes for a fucking day again? 1440. All right, so let's figure out our range first. So here we are on the daily. Find support and resistance. Strong areas rather. Okay, yeah. This will be our starting point. So from there to here, and then from, let's use that, from there to there. So this is our daily range. Shrinking it back down to 240 minutes. There we go. As you can see, plays within the range. Things are good. Things are healthy. I think maybe what happened was this one I set down a little wrong. On the candle body rather than the wick. There we go. So there's our range that we're going to play in. Now, a little something about Chop and what Chop can actually tell you guys. Yes, the Ondo call was phenomenal. The chop, the like right now, this is not a great sign for Atom, but when you chop near support, that's usually a good indication of a downtrend is coming. If you chop underneath resistance, it's usually a good indication of a breakout. Like you'll notice Bitcoin right now is chopping underneath resistance. The longer we chop, the more violent the breakout will